Imagine this. What if humanity's ultimate garbage problem could be solved with one giant fiery trash can, a volcano? Every year, the United States alone produces over 290 million tons of waste, and worldwide we're looking at more than 2 billion tons. Landfills are overflowing, plastic clogs our oceans, and recycling systems are overwhelmed. So here's the wild question. What if we could just toss all of it into a volcano and let nature's furnace do the dirty work? On the surface, it sounds genius. Lava reaches over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than most industrial incinerators. Plastic, food waste, old tires, electronics, everything should burn instantly, right? No more landfills, no more garbage trucks, no more plastic floating in the Pacific. It almost feels like a sci-fi solution. But here's the catch. Instead of solving the problem, this idea could unleash a disaster far worse than the trash crisis itself. Let's start with the air we breathe. When plastics and household waste burn, they release some of the most toxic chemicals known to science: dioxins, furans, heavy metals, and carbon monoxide. If you dump that into a volcano, those poisons don't magically vanish. They mix with volcanic gases like sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide and shoot straight into the atmosphere. The result? An environmental cocktail that could cause cancer, respiratory disease, acid rain, and global air pollution on a scale we've never seen. And then there's the explosion problem. A lot of our trash contains moisture, food scraps, liquids, even damp paper. When water suddenly meets lava at over 2,000 degrees, it flashes into steam instantly. That rapid expansion can cause violent steam explosions called phreatic blasts. Now, imagine not just a bottle of soda tossed into lava, but millions of tons of garbage at once. That could trigger eruptions powerful enough to launch toxic debris miles into the air and rain down on nearby communities. But the danger doesn't stop there. Volcanoes are delicate systems of pressure, gas, and molten rock. Dumping billions of tons of human garbage into them could block gas vents, change the chemistry of magma, or destabilize underground chambers. In short, we'd be tampering with nature's most unpredictable machine. Instead of destroying our trash, we might accidentally trigger catastrophic eruptions. Now, scale this up to a global level. Humanity generates about 2.2 billion tons of waste every year. If we threw it all into volcanoes, the resulting gases could shoot into the stratosphere, spreading around the entire planet. We know this because in 1991, when Mount Pinatubo erupted in the Philippines, it blasted so much sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere that it cooled global temperatures by nearly 1 degree Fahrenheit for almost 2 years. But here's the terrifying part. Our trash isn't just ash and sulfur. It's plastics, chemicals, and heavy metals. If those particles circled the globe, they could speed up climate change, shred the ozone layer, and make the air we breathe significantly more toxic. So no, volcanoes aren't the world's ultimate garbage disposal. They're more like ticking time bombs that we'd be foolish to tamper with. Instead of solving our trash problem, we'd create new ones. Global pollution, toxic fallout, and possibly even man-made eruptions. In other words, trading landfills for planetary chaos. But here's the good news. Real solutions already exist. Technologies like waste-to-energy plants can safely burn garbage at controlled temperatures while filtering out dangerous chemicals. Countries like Sweden have even turned trash into power, producing electricity and heat for entire cities. On top of that, reducing single-use plastics, investing in circular economies, and expanding recycling infrastructure can dramatically cut down the amount of waste we generate in the first place. At the end of the day, the idea of throwing our garbage into a volcano is more science fiction than science solution. It makes for a great thought experiment, but in reality, it's a recipe for disaster. The true path forward isn't about finding shortcuts or dumping our problems onto nature. It's about using human ingenuity to create smarter, cleaner systems. So next time someone jokes about tossing trash into a volcano, you'll know the truth. It wouldn't solve our waste crisis, it could actually trigger a global one.